How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Tressa's Collectibles channel. Today we're going to be bringing you guys one of the most anticipated sets of the last half year, Nikke Goddess of Victory. And I'm Randall, aka Shizukats, and joining me today is our resident Nikke mobile game player.
This is Simu, also known as Chairman. I do not currently play Nikke, but I am the only one of the team who has ever played Nikke for any period of time, so I will do my best to give any insights that I may have about this series.
Yeah, so I personally don't know anything about the characters, similar to other franchises in Weiss Schwarz that I don't have any investment in, like Hololive. All of my knowledge about this series is just basically through osmosis from the people that do play, and
fan art.
To a lesser extent.
Okay.
Nikke's not really my house.
Okay.
For in terms of like character designs and whatnot. Like there are a few here and there that I think are pretty good, but I think the overall design is much more appealing to some of our other friends. But yeah, so Nikke, this is definitely the most anticipated set ever since it got announced back in like December, or even before that, September maybe even.
So it got announced for a global release at the same time as the JP release, I believe.
Yeah, it got announced. I don't remember when, but it was in
right.
four languages.
Four languages.
All at the same time.
Yes, including Korean. And so I believe, so Nikke came out in Japanese around December last year?
Which would mean it got announced around September?
I think it got announced, it was either the fall or the summer of last year, yeah.
Okay. And so what exactly is Nikke about?
Okay, so Nikke is a mobile gacha game set in a relatively post-apocalyptic world where these characters are they're like not human. I think they're like robots, android kind of characters, and they're fighting these like actual robot like evil things that like corrupt. It's your typical post-apocalyptic world setting kind of thing. So the gameplay of this game is really interesting. Is it called timeless? No, it's like something.
It's kind of like tower defense ish, right? So
no, it's the old like arcade game,
or not tower defense, but like, oh my god, what is
there's like the really famous franchise, like the super old arcade game where you had like the gun and then you just like
aim it and like stuff is like falling
and then you can like duck under cover, like
Time Crisis.
Yeah, it's a Time Crisis style gacha game, which was why I got interested in it, because it had a very different kind of like gameplay from all the other gacha games.
Yeah.
And you know, like it's they really use the Time Crisis like gameplay model because it gets to show the backside of the characters,
which is a very important selling point of Nikke as a franchise.
Yes. So yeah, but that's basically kind of what the game is about. It's just these, you're like the commander,
as usual,
leading these girls to save the world, and there's a bunch of stuff going on.
The one dude in the cast.
Oh, there's in the playable cast, there's a lot of other dudes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like there's like Anderson is a dude, and then the missilist guy, he's like I don't know if you've seen him. He's got like the rings and like the jewelries and like the sunglasses.
I have not.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. So yeah. Anyways, as far as the amount of product we're gonna be doing today, we're gonna be doing the usual that we do for these sets, which is gonna be 1 trial deck and 2 booster boxes. As far as the ratios for what you should be expecting out of like a large amount of sealed product. For the trial decks, the expected ratio is the usual 2 SPs per sealed case of 48 trial decks, and that is out of a pool of 5 possible SPs. 5? Yeah, 5 SPs. So we have Rappy, Honest, Emma, Scarlet, and Modernia as our 5 possible SPs. And then for the booster box, the expected ratios per box is 3 to 4 double Rs and 3 foils in every booster box. As far as the expected case ratios go, it is expected that within a sealed case of 24 boxes, you will get 3 SPs and 1 SSP. And then you can also get higher rarity foils such as Triple R Plus and Secret Plus? Is it Secret Plus or Secret? Secret Plus, yeah.
Okay.
Which are not guaranteed within a case or even a master case. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure.
I don't know how those work.
They're not guaranteed in the case for sure, but if you do see them in the case, they should be in addition to your expected 3 SPs and 1 SSP that you get in the case.
Mike here, the guy that actually opened product. So English master cases are only 2 cases compared to Japanese master cases, which are 3 cases. So the ratio for Triple Rare Plus, which is the borderless foil climax, is 1 per 3 cases, which is 1 per master in JP. However, English master cases only have 2 cases, so you can open a master and not hit any Triple Rare Plus.
So it's like approximately.
It should still be 1 per 3.
It's kind of like 2 per 3 master cases in English then?
Yeah, sort of.
Roughly.
If you want to do the rough math, but because there is quote unquote no guarantee, because you can open like 2 masters and not hit anything. Yeah. So, but the JP rates for Triple Rare Plus were 1 in 3, and then the approximate rates for SEC Plus were 1 in 9.
Right.
So
1 in 9 cases, 1 in 3 JP master cases.
correct.
Yeah. Okay. So just as a frame of reference. Okay. So before we get into the actual opening, we haven't done this in a while because we've been opening premium booster after premium booster after premium booster, but case topper playmat. So we have our case topper playmat here for Nikke, and this has the same art as the booster box. This is like basically the cover art for the franchise, more or less.
One of them. Yeah,
Okay.
there's several, yeah.
And then in addition to the case topper playmat, we do also have these official tournament store PR packs. So we have seen a few of these before in both Japanese and... Wait, have we seen these before in English, now that I think about it? The official tournament store PR packs? Maybe in like HoloLive?
So we've had tournament store PR packs for other sets, like Boshi the Rock had them.
For the like...
for Review had them.
For like 3 boxes.
But we
you
haven't.
got-
So we haven't had the 3-box version though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I believe this is the first 3-box version.
Okay, so there have been other ones of these where basically the way you're supposed to get these is for every 3 boxes you buy at an official, like, sanctioned Bushiroad store, you get one of these PR packs, which has 1 out of 10 cards, and they are all foil versions of cards that exist in the set with unique art. Specifically, we can show off I guess we can show off the backside of the cards. So here we have the characters. They have like that over the shoulder, I guess if you want to call it that, like
So that's
viewpoint.
their shooting pose basically.
Yeah, so this is when they're like aiming down range, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. What's
Yes.
kind of nice for some of these is that in this set they have like the non-foil rarity, which is just their kind of like their base art. Then they have their foil rarity, which is them hiding behind cover, and then they have this rarity, which is them aiming down.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so for like some of these characters, like for example this character, you can get one of every pose if you want, which is kind of cool.
Okay, so yeah, so if you buy 3 boxes of Nikke at an official store, you would get one of the promo packs that has one of these 10 cards. If you buy the entire case by itself, you get a full pack of 8 promo packs, and the 8 promo packs that come together should not have any duplicates. They should all be 8 unique cards. Okay, are we all ready to go with our box opening then?
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, let's start with the trial deck then. So, a lot of other sets, they have like themes as to like what cards come in the trial deck. Like some sets for animes will have be early on in the anime. Are there any particular patterns as to the characters that come in the trial deck?
Yeah, so most of the characters in the trial deck are release characters, and even some pretty like noteworthy release characters that don't really get a lot of attention afterwards, for sure. But I think there are some characters in the trial deck that are also not on release. Like I believe Dorothy was not a release.
Oh, she's not a release character?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. As with every trial deck, they are going to be coming with 2 very important tools for the new player. One of them is going to be the quick guide, which just gives you the rules of the game. If you are not super familiar, you can go ahead and give the quick guide a read. It gives you a lot of necessary information that you might need in order to play a game. And then we have, if you don't have the nice case topper playmats or any of the nice rubber playmats that exist, then you can always just fall back on Old Faithful paper playmat.
Yep.
And as with all of these trial deck paper playmats, if you actually take a look at the back, you will see the full deck list for the trial deck, as well as some of the cards from the main set that you might want to add, or substitutions that you might want to make if you get like a second copy of the trial deck, things like that, if you want to give your deck a nice quick upgrade.
I'm always really impressed that the quick guide, they always reprint it with like the relevant cards from the set, which is always really nice.
Okay, cool. All right, so with that being said, let's get right into our trial deck. So I always hate getting this thing off. All right, come on now.
There we go.
Okay, so as with every trial deck, we are going to have our guaranteed foil at the front, and then as has been the case with pretty much every trial deck recently, every single card in the trial deck can come foil. I'm pretty sure that's the case for this one as well. It doesn't say on the box.
Oh, but
so
yes.
If you say it is, then I'm pretty sure it is.
Every card comes foil, yeah.
Okay, and then as is the case with any of the trial decks where everything can come foil, you are also guaranteed one RRR or higher foil in addition to your guaranteed SR. All right, so let's take a look at our first card. We have the Rarity level 3. So she is like the face of Nikke, right? Like she's also like the app icon too. And the only thing I know about her is that she's voiced by Yui Ishikawa. That's literally the only thing I know. So like, do you have anything cool to say about our main girl?
I mean, she's just your secretary, main girl, 4-star character at the start. Everybody gets her for free. Story relevant, some stuff that is spoiled later down the line.
Sure.
Probably doesn't. We don't get into it in this set, so I won't talk about it either.
Okay, she's a pretty nice design though, I would say, compared to some of the other members of the cast. I think like she has like a pretty what is the word I'm looking for?
Like
unoffensive
is good.
Yeah, but as far as the card goes, it's actually a pretty playable card. On play, you can ditch one to heal to stock, and then her climax combo, just a very simple effect with a choice climax, is on attack, you can pay 2, discard a card, and then you burn 1 2 times, and then gain 1,000. I actually think this is like the exact same card as the Licorice Recoil trial deck finisher.
No, so the Licorice Recoil is on attack, pay 2, burn 2.
Oh.
So the other trial deck finisher that has burn 1 is Ayakashi Triangle.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
But I believe Ayakashi Triangle does not heal the stock.
Okay. Did Licorice Rico heal the stock?
Licorice Rico did heal the stock.
Okay, because I remember we were saying stuff about how like you could modulate the cost based on whether or not you want to like ditch for the heal or things like that. So you can kind of do the same thing here, where if you want the combo to use more of your hand and you are like willing to give up some extra stock or something like that, or
healing.
Or healing, give up some healing, you can like kind of allocate the cost.
Right.
But overall, a pretty strong card. Okay. For our first non-foil, we have the Privity Brainstorm. So this is a draw brainstorm that pretty much every trial deck gets. Pay 1, rest self. For each climax you hit, you can draw a card. But it has on-play heal to stock, which makes this a very, very usable card just as like a splash that you could use for a hand to stock while also being a brainstorm as well. So if you're looking for just another just like splash level 0 to play, you could definitely just include this in your deck for the hand to stock ability while also just having both of its effects be very useful. All right, here we have a war crime. So this is the level 0 Anis. So this has the like on play Rico effect, where on play you can discard a card, reveal the top card of your deck, and then salvage a character from your waiting room whose level is equal or lower than that of the revealed card. This is a very standard ability throughout Weiss Schwarz. It's just a very useful effect that gives you some semi-selective salvage, lets you discard an unneeded card out of your hand. You get to know the top card of your deck. It does this all in one. But this card has a soul trigger. So obviously this is meant to push the archetypes in Nikke that want a lot of soul triggers, such as Dorothy. But even outside of Dorothy, this is a pretty viable card just for its effect. It has this really, really fake downside of if she is the only Nikke character on your stage, she does not stand during your stand phase. So like, yeah. It lets her have a soul trigger. Very cool. Very, very swing for 3. Okay, so this next card we need to talk about with another card in the trial deck. So we'll skip this for now. We'll come back to this in a sec. Yulha. Is that... I know there's a character in Nikke that has a like Korean name. Is
Yes.
this another Korean
Yes.
character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're both on the same team, I believe.
Okay.
Or the same squad. Yeah.
Okay. And so this is a 0015. On play gets 4/5, so this just swings for 6k.
Yeah.
So if you really hate your friends playing really big beat sticks at 0, just bye.
Yes.
It's gone. Speaking of big beat sticks, so we have level 0 Admi, and this is a 002k. If you have 5 or more hand, this gets plus 2k, so pretty solid turn 1 play, 4k power.
Right. Now we have.
All right, so these two are like butt buddies, right? Blanc and Noir.
Yeah.
So like we have the girl with like the white motif and the girl with the black motif. So it's Weiss Schwarz.
Oh, true.
Except in German. Or not in German. This is wait, this is French. This is
Yes,
French.
it has, like-
French. Wait, Weiss Schwarz is German.
Yeah,
this
Weiss
is
Schwarz.
French. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
Noir is a level 0 vanilla, and then Blanc is a bonder to Noir by discarding a card. So on play, you can discard a card, grab Noir, and then also on play, you can discard this Noir. Oh, sorry, you can marker it
yeah.
underneath her,
Yes.
and then you get to search your deck for a Nikke character.
yeah.
So, pretty interesting package. It kind of equates to, as long as you have a Noir in the waiting room, it's like discard 1, get a marker from waiting room, search a character.
Correct.
So it doesn't have a stock cost like you would need for like a normal drop search, but it does require you to play this specific package.
Right.
So I have seen some people just kind of like talk about it, about this package and potentially being good, but I haven't personally seen it in action myself. Have you ever seen this package being played?
No, and I feel like the unfortunate reality is that the fact that Blanc has no other effects besides those
Or
two
the
effects.
oh, you mean
No,
like
Blanc.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So at least Noir is like 3k vanilla at level 0,
But this
Blanc
is, you
1k do nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, like
Yeah,
a drop search would be like 2/5. So.
Right, yeah. So like, and then it has a marker, but like you don't really want to keep it around in back row, and there's no really good effects to convert it from being a back row card to not being a
1k attacker.
like a 1k attack. Like if it had like even like global 500 or some kind of back row effect, then I think it would be way more usable. But unfortunately, it's just a 1k.
Yeah. Markering the Noir actually kind of works against being able to play additional copies within the same turn, because you don't have that Noir in waiting room anymore
Oh, yeah, that's
to have
true.
access to like bond into it and then marker it under a second copy if you were to play a second copy in the same turn. Because like I feel like typically if you're going to run this package, you're going to run 4 of both, right?
Definitely 4 Noir.
4 Noir, maybe
Maybe
like
less.
you could run less of this maybe. Okay, for our we have no level 1 yellows in this, huh?
That's
Okay.
interesting.
So we have the level 2 Ludmila. So this is a level assist, and then also when you play a climax, this lets you give 3k to a character until end of turn. While this is a very simple card, I do think that it is pretty playable, especially in decks where you care about the cards on your board being big and staying alive. You do have other options in the set, like the 2/2 assist that you might run in standby, or maybe if you're playing like the door-based builds, you have access to Snow White, who has very good synergy with door climaxes in general by giving them soul triggers, and then also just works with Red Hood, right? Yeah. So, but if you're looking for like a general option, this is not a bad option to look into, even though it looks very unassuming. Okay, we have Alice. This is a 2/1/7/5 on play. If you have a full board, or not on play, during your turn, if you have a full board of Nikke characters, 5 Nikke characters, she goes up to 12/5 and has anti-backup. So it's, what's her face? Anya Malfissa without the door search.
Okay.
Which is honestly just a pretty good effect in isolation. Like, we even see Anya played in some decks that just don't run door climaxes at all.
They're just like, we want to remove stuff and have no interaction. So
yeah, so I definitely think that this is a playable card as well.
For sure.
And if you just really, really hate Muron, just or Nino, if you really hate Muron and Nino,
at least the Nino players usually they get an encore, but the Muron players are not encoring.
Sure. So if you really hate Muron, just throw Alice at her.
Yo.
Okay, and then here we have the 3/2 Neon. So this is an off finisher. She says on attack you mill the top card, not reveal the top card, right, Simu?
Okay.
And if the card that you milled is a Nikke character, you deal damage to your opponent equal to the level of that milled card. So a lot of people would, if it stayed on top, a lot of people would call this a yo burn effect off of Mirai Ticket Yo from Love Live Sunshine, but this is actually a copy of Edidi from Saikano, because Edidi also had the Yo burn, but you milled instead of kept it on top.
Okay.
So that's where I know the effect from.
I see.
And then her other effect is on attack, you can pay 1, ditch 1, and if you do, this gets plus 2,500 power, plus 1 soul until the end of the opponent's next turn. It's an ability that you can use if you want to keep this card alive and allow her to use her on attack mill effect over multiple turns. Maybe you could like play this card in like a standby deck or something, bring it out at level 2. Would you have something
So
funny?
that's not why she has that second effect. We're gonna have to keep that card around for later.
Oh, right. Because she is used in the shot thing.
Yeah,
right?
and because of that, her second effect has additional implications in that deck.
All right. For our event of the trial deck, we're gonna come back to this later.
Can it even be used? It can.
Yeah, it can. Yeah,
Okay.
one of the modes can be used just normally.
Yeah, it's crazy that it refers to a card that just isn't in the trial deck, right? That's
No, it's here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's here.
Oh, it is. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of the other Modernia. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
this
this Modernia. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Okay,
Okay,
all right.
that would be wild if it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that'd be so
no.
crazy.
Okay. For our first climax, we have No Caller ID, which is the Rappy level 3 climax. What's the idea behind the name of the card, if you know?
Shoot, I think it's a chapter name. I could be wrong, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like pretty early on in the story probably, and we have like these are like the 3 main characters, right? You
Okay,
have, like,
actually,
Rappy,
now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it's one of the chapter names. I don't know which one though.
and like these 3 are like the main trio, right? It's
Yeah.
like Rappy, Honest,
Yeah.
Neon.
So like so you play Grand Blue Fantasy, right? So you know how
mean,
like
yeah.
in Grand Blue Fantasy you have like the story gang, and they're all just like kind of not actually strong characters, but like they're your story gang. This is your story.
Oh,
gang.
okay,
So this
sure,
is
sure,
like
sure.
Rockham, EO, Rosetta,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Okay, moving on to red now. So we have Holy Prayer Rapunzel. This is a front 500, and your other Nikke character in the front row center slot gets hand encore. This is a pretty underrated effect a lot of the time, I feel. It's just a really nice way to retain cards that you want on the board for multiple turns. So like if you have your level 1 combo in the front row center slot and you have multiple copies of the combo, you can just use this hand encore effect. You can turn some card that you don't need into the card that not only do you want to have for multiple turns, but will accumulate you more advantage over multiple turns. So overall, a pretty strong card. By the way, every card that you see here that is all just a one of, this means that it's going to have a second copy in the trial deck. Since every card can come foil, there will be 1 copy of every card at the back of the pack, which is why you only see 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So the second copies are all at the back. So here we have our first... Nope, never mind. It's also a 2 of. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure this is a 4 of in the trial deck, but it's not a 4 of.
No.
Dude, okay.
Oh man, that was
Okay,
a 4.
if there's a 4 of in the trial deck, I mean, like, we've seen some really good 4s.
That's true, but still.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, this card is insane. You're going to be seeing this card in our gameplay block many, many times.
Would you be willing to say that this is the best card in all of Nikke? Because I think I would.
I think Modernia is really good. I think the Modernia level 1 combo is just like super cracked.
It is good, but I actually straight up think this is probably the best card in all of Nikke.
It's definitely one of them. It's one of the best cards in Nikke. So this card says, on play, this gains 500 power times the number of cards in your clock. So it can gain up to 3,000 power if you have 6 cards in clock. Also on play, you can put the top card of your stock into your clock, so you're like taking a damage, and then you get to look at up to 6 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 Nikke character from among them to your hand, send the rest to waiting room, and then you get to top check 2 rearrange on top of that. So this has really good synergy with cards like the aforementioned Modernia combo, which we'll get to later on in the video. It has synergy with cards like the Summer Rappy level 0, where like you peek top 2. If you see something you want to draw there, you can draw it off the Summer Rappy. If you see like a climax there, you could follow up with a brainstorm because you know that you're guaranteed to hit, things like that. Just knowledge is power. On top of being able to grab advantage, mill through the deck, gain power. And another really cool thing about this card is that you can order the effects in such a way that you can gain more power if you clock the top card of your deck, or maybe if you're at 6 cards in clock, you can gain the power first, and then you can clock yourself, level up, and get your ability. And like if you do it the other way, then you would like gain no power. So you can order it in specific ways to manipulate the power, basically.
Yeah. Basically, you will always be able to gain at least 500 power, and there is no way you can gain 0 power if you order it correctly.
Assuming you are using the effect to clock
Yes,
yourself.
correct.
Yeah. With that being said, make sure you order the effects properly. So like if you have 6 cards in clock and you play the Scarlet, make sure that you are declaring that you are going to gain the power now and then clock yourself. Because otherwise you would actually like get 0 power.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, here we have Snow White. So this is a pretty interesting runner profile in that she needs to start in the center slot, from her center slot. And then she can move to either the left or the right. And then she has on attack, you can pay 1, ditch 1, search. So not an on play pay 1, ditch 1 search, which makes the timing a little bit awkward if you're looking to try to use that card on the same turn. But she can be used to pay out climaxes proactively as you trigger them throughout your attack phase.
It is a little awkward because on the turn that you play her, the first turn that you play her, where she has the most value as a runner, she has the least value as the with the on attack effect.
Yeah, and she especially because she needs to start in a specific position, she will also like lose value the more other characters you put on stage with her.
Right.
Okay, so moving on to our level 1s. So this is Emma. So this is one of the SPs of the trial deck, right? Okay, and this is on play, gain 1,000 times the number of your opponent's characters. So this can go up to 8/5 if your opponent has a full board. So she swings really big. And then on attack, you can move your climax in the climax area to your stock. So if you do have a climax with a continuous effect, such as a 1k1 climax, you will lose the benefits of the 1k1, but you will gain an extra stock out of it. This set does not have any auto climaxes, does it? At all, I think.
I don't believe so.
It's all, I mean, apart from Standby. Standby is the only auto type climax in the set, I think.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So maybe you could use her in Standby. That could be pretty cool.
that's kinda
so
cute.
you play the Standby, you bring out your dude, and now the Standby's sitting there. It's not doing anything anymore. So you can use Emma and you just yeet it to stock. So that could be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, here we have our level 1 combo. This is a really cracked card for a TD combo.
I think
be
this
completely
TV
honest.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Right? I just think overall.
So this Dorothy gets plus 1k for each of your back row Nikke, so she can go up to 6k cross turn. And then her climax combo requires 3 other characters on stage, lets you on attack look at top 5, add a Nikke from among them to your hand, send the rest to waiting room, and then also gain 1,000. So this is like Yuki from Sword Art Anniversary, but has an additional 1,000 base power for fun. So yeah, this is a really, really strong card. It's on a really, really good trigger as well, which is the door trigger. And yeah, just a really solid card. And okay, this is our first 4. Wow, you get 4 copies of your level 1 combo.
How privileged.
How privileged. And it's a really, really strong combo too. Okay, so here we have the other character that I knew had a Korean name, which is Eunhwa, I think is how you would say it in like actual Korean. So this is on play, gain 2k. Oh, this is like a pretty like standard profile these days. On play, gain 2k, and then during the turn that you play this card from your hand, if this reverses a battle opponent, you can pay 1, rest one of your other Nikke characters to search your deck for a Nikke character. So this is a pretty nice complement to the Dorothy in that the Dorothy doesn't give you actual selectivity. You have to just choose from the top 5. But the Eunhwa lets you actually like search out a specific card from your deck. Next we have the 1/1 Red Hood. This deck has so many 2-ofs that we are running out of space. Red Hood is just a generic 7/5 hand encore. So if you want to play Standby, this is a potential consideration for the deck. I'm going to go ahead and stack some of these a little bit. And so we have the Vesti 3/5 counter. Pretty unassuming card, but one that actually does see play, especially in decks that run the Alice early play heal. Since the Alice early play heal has on reverse, you can top deck kick. You don't actually need to use memory kick counters in that particular deck type if like Alice is the main card that you're trying to protect, because she can just kick them to top deck. So in those cases, some people might want to play the Vesti instead because it's a 3/5 counter, gives more power, and it's just more defensive power that allows you to protect your Alice and top deck your opponents. You don't need the memory kick in that case. All right, so next we have the level 3 Modernia. So this is the card that goes with the level 3 event. So let's go ahead and talk about the Modernia first. So she has on play, you can free summon a character from your hand and give the character that you free summoned plus 2,000 power until end of turn. And then on attack, she has ditch 2, Your opponent mills the bottom 4 cards of their deck, and you deal X damage, where X damage is equal to the number of climaxes that were milled there. This is commonly referred to as an Icy Tail effect. And she works with this level 3 event. So this is an event counter, and it has 2 effects that you can use. First, you can either draw 1, discard 1, choose 1 character in battle, and give it +6 soul until the end of the turn. So you make your opponent majorly overswing to try to extend your reach for a climax to cancel with. And then you also send the event to clock as a downside. The other effect you can use requires you to have a level 3 Modernia, New World Modernia specifically, on stage. So you send it to memory, and then you get to choose one of your... Oh, actually, you get to top check 2 rearrange of your own deck, and then you get to choose one of your opponent's characters and rest it. So rest counter with 0 cost just requires you to have this Modernia on stage. Really, really powerful combination, and one that you will see pretty frequently in red-based Nikke builds. And for our second climax, so we do get a playset of each of the climaxes in this trial deck, is the Wings of Paradise for Dorothy. Did you have something to...
I was just checking some stuff.
Okay, so we have the Wings of Paradise for Dorothy, and pretty nice art on these climaxes, to be honest. So I'm just like Azure Lane, these are like loading screens probably or something like that, right? Or like...
Yeah, so I think No Color ID was either like an
art.
event or a story art, and so that's like the kind of like the key visual from that. Wings of Paradise, I don't know because Dorothy's not a release character, so this came after I stopped playing.
Oh, so you just played around the time of release?
Yeah, I played for like only like a few months.
Oh, okay. All right. And then now that we have looked through every single one of the cards in the pack, we now have the extra copies, 1 of each. And so basically, if we skip a card, that means it's going to be our foil.
Right.
So we'll just... Oh, right, we skipped this one. Okay, so... Okay. Where are we at?
Okay.
Modernia event. Okay, so it's not yellow. It's not a yellow card.
Or the what about the 3/2 Rappy?
I mean, that could be one of the SPs.
Oh, okay.
So, oh yeah. So
So all the SPs are at the back.
The 5, usually the 5 SPs are the last 5.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So we'll skip those no matter what.
Yeah. We're getting kind of scary close to the end. What's going on here, guys? Wait a second. Wait a minute. Okay, there's Rappy.
So it's not Rappy.
Oh, it's just a triple R of Modernia. Okay, so every card can come triple R in addition to SP, I guess.
Interesting. Okay. Because Modernia does come.
Yeah, this does come SP, right? Yeah, SP Konohanazawa as Modernia.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess this card can come triple R and SP. All right, well.
Interesting. Okay.
Debated. All right. But that is going to do it for our trial deck. As we were saying, this is probably one of the most cracked trial decks to come out recently. I think notably, like the Scarlet, the Dorothy combo.
Both combos, really.
Yeah, both combos are really solid. Both the Privity and the Honest level 0s are both super strong. You just have a lot of really good. Like, you have a rest counter in a trial deck.
In a trial deck.
Oh my god.
Even like some of the utility options, like this is a really good off finisher. I think is really solid. This kind of profile, this 1/0 profile that gives you advantage even if you don't have a climax in play, also really good.
Often like a rare in a lot of sets. So like you could probably see this and this and this all being double rares, I think.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna do it for our trial deck. Let's get right into our first booster box. Okay, here we go, guys. Box number 1. So 12 packs per box, since we are recently changed to match the JP box format. And we are expecting to get 3 to 4 double Rs per box and 3 foils per box. And we also have the going first, going second box topper promos. So let's see what we have here. We have going second. This is our main trio plus Helm.
Mm-hmm. This is like the summer event. This was like 1 year into the game release, I believe.
How long has this game been out? Now I think about it.
Ooh. I don't know if I think they might have hit 2 years recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, when did this game come out? I can't think if I remember. been a while though.
Okay. So I was actually like looking through the set last night, and I saw this, and I was like, wow, level swap. I guess there's experience in the deck. I type in experience in the search bar, there's 2 cards.
Yeah.
And then I realized that there are those like prison girls or whatever that like they require the 3 specific colors.
Yes.
And this is like supposed to be to help them
Yeah,
out.
so she's like a detective. So she's like, that's their little like thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I didn't realize it until later that they have like fake experience.
Yeah.
Because I searched the actual keyword.
Right, yeah. Yeah, the prison girls I played during their event. They got announced during it was like pretty early on. They're like 5-star characters that you can farm for. But the farming is like really grindy.
Okay. So this character, when I was in voice chat with our friends last night, and they were telling me that this is like a free character or something like that. I think this might have been like beyond your time.
Yeah, this is way, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this is a card that you're definitely familiar with from playing both Slime and Blue Archive. This is either Ramorous from Slime or the Aru counter from Blue Archive, where you give +6 soul. So, in addition to the level 3 Marianne from the Marianne event from the trial deck, this is another option to give +6 soul to whatever your opponent's character is. So, if you really want to eat that 9, you can play these cards.
Does the Marianne give it to characters in battle?
Yeah, character in battle.
Okay, so you can't give a character +12, unfortunately.
No.
Would be so funny.
Here we have Hakuro at Mike, this level 0 Drake. So this is literally Hakuro. When you reverse an opponent's character with this, you can send it to stock, and then your opponent sends the bottom card of their stock to waiting room. We have our first foil, Made in Valentine. I have no clue what this combo is with, but I think it's with this small pink-haired girl.
Yeah.
It's like a level zero combo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be our first foil. Here we have a standard climax swap. We have another more exciting climax swap coming up later. You mad bro.
Yeah, she's like this.
She's a troll character.
Yeah, very.
She looks like a
very smug
troll character.
Yeah.
Here we have Dola. This is probably one of my favorite designs of the set in terms of like the characters. So I know that this character and like 2 other characters, they have a thing with money.
Yes.
And that's why they are used with gold bar effects.
Correct. So it's Dala, Rupee, and there's I think the is it Yan, or it's like the Chinese one.
So what you're saying is their names are all currencies.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, so their names are all currencies, and they all have stuff to do with gold bar climaxes.
Correct.
So this one is, if you have a gold bar in play, this card in all zones gains gold bar, so you can add this to your hand off of triggering it. And then she's a ditch climax salvage. Solid card.
Yeah,
solid
you
card.
know what they say, gotta get that dollar, yo.
Get the dollar. All right, and then here we have Standby Bow Wow Paradise with Biscuit. One of the only characters that I knew before looking at the set extensively, because she is used in the most popular deck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Biscuit event was the event I quit at.
This one?
Biscuit event.
Oh, Biscuit event.
Yeah.
Okay. She's got a doggo. She
Yeah,
is a doggo.
She's a doggo.
Okay, this is just like a clock yourself top X. Pretty typical card. What card is this? Oh, this is the one that's anti-act.
Anti-act. We got anti-act in English.
Oh my god. Anti-act is such like a troll ability. It prevents your opponent from using like brainstorms. It prevents them from using helmets. It prevents them from using like act change abilities if they have anything like that. So like against the right deck, this can be like crippling.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is only an on-play effect though, compared to like the Little Busters one, where you just pay 1 as an act ability, and you can do it every turn, and as long as that 2/1 keeps living, your opponent just can't use acts for like the rest of the game.
Yeah,
it's so
like,
troll.
My act ability prevents you from using your act abilities. Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we have a 3/5 mill runner, I think. Yeah, 3/5 mill runner.
With like, yeah, the mill runner and a downside on play, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, this card is crazy.
So this card saw a ton of hype when she got revealed because she's basically like a 4th attack per turn. Basically, right?
Kind of, yes.
So this card says once per turn when you use an act, you can give 1k. That's the boring part. At the start of your climax phase, if you have 3 or more other characters, you can clock the top card of your stock and rest her. And if you do, this gains the effect at the beginning of your attack phase. Deal 1 to your opponent, and then rest one of your opponent's characters. So is there like a lore reason behind this that you know of, or?
So I think Miharu is after I quit, so I don't know anything about her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gameplay then. So this card is like.
There is a card that cares about number of rested opponents.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the uni actually, right? Yeah.
Oh, this gains 500 for each opponent's rested character. Okay, yeah. And they both have the war dress trait. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But yeah, this basically acts as a fourth attack. You can like use this to ping for 1. But instead of gaining a stock that you would like trigger, you are losing a stock by paying the cost.
Correct.
So, but if you want to play a really, really aggressive deck, you could try this card out. Definitely a very interesting card. One of the most unique cards of the set for sure.
Could be really interesting in decks that have a pretty low resource endgame that also doesn't need their back row, and you just like jam 2 of these in your back row on your final turn, and that's 2 extra burn ones.
Okay, and then we have this 1/0 pants combo. Gains 500 for each of your opponent's character, or for each of your other characters. Sorry, and then on reverse, you perform the following effect twice. You reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Nikke character, put it into your hand. Unfortunately, it does not hit on events like some of the other climax combos like this that we've seen in Weiss Schwarz. And then here we have like probably one of the best cards in the set. So this is Summer Rarity. So she has on play, if you have 2 or more other characters, you can draw 1, discard 1. Earlier when we were looking at the trial deck Scarlet, we talked about how if you top check 2, rearrange, and you see a card that you want to draw, you can draw it off the Rarity when you play her. And then her other effect is when you play a climax, you can bounce her back to your hand as cost, give one of your characters 1,000 power, and the effect where when they attack, you can look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. And then you leave one of them on top, send the rest to waiting room. That has really good synergy with cards in the set such as, is it Crow? Is it the level
Crow.
1 Crow? And then also, of course, the level 1 Modernia combo, which is like probably one of the most used combinations in all of Nikke, I think, probably, is Summer Rarity plus Modernia.
No, yeah.
Like, that combination is, like, kind of disgusting.
For sure.
All right, for our rare, we have Ludmila. Oh, this is the same girl as the 2/1 from the trial deck, right?
Check that glow up out. Here you go. Check that glow up.
She looks way different.
Yeah, Ludmilla was a release character, and she was like one of the meta characters for like defensive play. She's like the best tank in the game. So yeah, very cool.
This skin looks nice.
It looks good.
It does look nice. This card is a bouncer, but it has a very unique cost. Normally, these bouncers say that you have to sack them, and then you just bounce the opponent. But this one lets her go to stock, and then you put the bottom card of your stock into your waiting room instead. And while this can be pretty cool for like if you have something at the bottom of your stock that you need to pay out, like maybe you triggered a climax really early on and you just want to get it out of there, you can use this. What I think is kind of downside of that is that you can't do any like with the level 0 from the trial deck, it gives hand on court at center slot, so you can't do any shenanigans where you like sack it, hand on court, sack it again, bounce 2 opponent characters.
Right, yeah, that's a big downside.
Yeah, but overall, it's still a strong card. She also has a secondary effect of when she's placed on stage, you can give 2 of your characters plus 1,500 power until end of turn.
Yeah.
So
significant power boost.
Yep. Did we lose a rare somewhere?
Did we?
Wait, how many packs have I? Never mind. I've just only opened 2 packs so far. Okay. Was the anti-memory? What the heck? At the beginning of your encore step, if you do not have an Miracle Fairy in memory. Oh, that's the when it gets reversed memory search. Okay.
Correct.
Interesting card.
Yep.
Generic 2/10k for standby. Level 2 killer. Oh, second foil. We have the Tia. This is the double early play package.
Right.
So this, she goes, oh god, I don't remember her friend's name. What's her friend's name? Tia and...
The brown Garu?
Oh wait, the name is literally on here. Naga.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tia and Naga. So they have like a double early play, double climax combo with choice. So... I believe it's like one of them's a bodyguard, and yeah, this is the bodyguard.
She's the bodyguard, yeah.
And she becomes hexproof, and I don't remember what the other one does.
I think the other one shuffles cards.
Oh, it
back
shuffles
into your deck.
shuffles climaxes back into your deck.
Any card, but
okay, shuffles any card, but probably climaxes
Right.
back into your deck. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, so that's what they do, right? Okay, so that's our second foil. Here we have pay 1 sack, top 4. And then also on play, you can give one of your characters 1k. So just like solid pair of effects.
Ooh, this card's cool.
So this is D. Mike was saying that this is one of his favorite designs.
Yeah.
And he was trying to look up fan art, and that's kind of hard to do when your character's name is just D. Yeah. So another one of my friends told me that you're supposed to look up D the killer, and then it all comes up.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so this is a very interesting effect. We have never seen this kind of effect in Weiss Schwarz before. So you rest this and then immediately sack it, and then you summon any level 0 Nikke character from your waiting room to the stage. I mean, like, it's like a toolbox, I guess, right? Like,
I feel like we've had this, like, get any 0 before.
But, like, rest itself, sack itself?
Yeah, so I think before earlier cards, you would have to... I think you have to summon the card out rested, or there's some, like, downside that made it very difficult to actually work with. I think D is the first one where you get to summon the card out and it's fully actionable.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean... This is basically just like a level 0 toolbox card.
Yeah.
If you need a level 0 toolbox card. So
like, wasn't there like a Guilty Gear card that like summoned out zeros? I remember.
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, really?
Not like this. I don't remember any card like this.
Yeah. There was a Guilty Gear card because I remember we were talking about it, how it could potentially bring out the soul.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's just like a level 1 that's just like on play ditch 1, summon a 0 from waiting room.
Oh.
Like a standard one that we've seen in a lot of sets.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just a card. Okay, anyways, here we have a Kobayashi double R. This is the like Macross Delta.
That was a double rare.
That was a double rare.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so in Macross Delta, we have the Mikumo that is 3/5 power and has this effect where at the start of your opponent's attack phase, you can mill 1, and if it's a level 2 or lower character, it gets, when this is front attack, you can return this card to your hand. This card does not have 3/5 power, and therefore is largely irrelevant.
Yes.
But it is one of the plussing profiles in Nikke, so It is an available option. That being said, I feel like a lot of Nikke decks are much more top-heavy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good high-level cards to run in Nikke. And I think that's kind of a reason why this card is not as good. Let's kind of...
There's also other cards that look for low-level cards that you just often miss. And it's unfortunate.
Okay.
This card's really
this
weird.
one was this is like the healer if this attacks and does not get canceled.
Yes.
But in exchange, she is like very small.
She has 500 power. She can get 5,000 power if
you have 3 or more other. So
Yeah.
she's a massive 5,500 power.
gigantic.
Yeah.
Huge.
Very interesting card though. Here we have one of the like prison girls, I guess.
I think they're called sinners.
The sinners.
In
Okay.
the game, yeah.
Okay, so this is one of three level 3s where they all have this effect that says you need to have 3 specific colors in your level zone in order to play the card from your hand like normally. And they are, as a result, or at least this one and the red one, they're fairly oversized due to this pretty harsh condition to play them. As you can see, this one's 11/5. This card has an on-play effect where you can bounce one of your opponent's characters and then discard a card to bounce another one of your opponent's characters. And then it has cross-turn. On reverse, you can pay 3 clock kick. So this one actually was off my radar because a lot of the early builds of the Door Standby deck were not playing this card. But the guy that brought Nikke Door Standby to the World Championships was actually playing one copy of this card, and I just like completely ignored it. And so going back now and actually like looking at the list that people are playing more recently, this is one that has seen play as a one of in those decks. And just bringing out an 11/5, maybe 13k that can clock shoot on either player's turn is pretty good, especially if you bring it out for free, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely a consideration to play in a deck that runs standby. Okay, Viper. This is our first shot combo. So this card says on play, you can marker a character from your waiting room. And then during your turn, if she is sent from stage to waiting room while she has a marker, she gets to come back rested. And then her climax combo, when you play her shot climax, if you have 2 or more other characters, you reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character, put it in your hand, otherwise leave it on top. So the marker is meant to synergize with other characters. I'm assuming that like Crow is of the same
It's just Crow.
same faction.
I don't know if they're the same faction. I think they had an event together.
Okay, well they're both yellow.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so I guess just Crow. But Crow has the effect where on attack you can sack one of your other characters in order to reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a character you can add it to your hand. So if you sack Viper and she has a marker, you get to bring her back. So it's like you just got a card for free.
Yeah.
Very cool. Here we have the anti-change backup of the set. Discard 2 in order to anti-change 2 memory. And here we have our first double R. We have Modernia, one of my candidates for one of the top cards in Nikke. So this card is 1/0, 6k if you have 2 or more other Nikke characters. Has a soul trigger. God, this card's illegal. And this card's combo is on attack, climax combo with a door. If you have 2 or more other Nikke characters, you reveal the top card of your deck and salvage level X or lower, where X is the level of the revealed card. So kind of like the Onyx level 0 that we saw in the trial deck. And then, if the revealed card is level 2 or higher, you can put that card into stock. Like, what is this card, bro? Like, this card is just so silly. It works so well with the Summer Rappy because you bounce the Rappy back when you play the Climax. You give the top check 2 effect so that you can dig through the top 2, find a level 2 or higher card, leave it on top, reveal it, salvage a high level card, get a stock, and this card is 6k and it has a soul trigger. Like, bro, like, what is this card, man? This card's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Modernia is a pretty like interesting character, like lore-wise, right? Because Marianne is Modernia before Modernia.
Correct.
Okay, and that's why like the event sacks the Modernia level 3, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And the only other thing I know about her is that she's voiced by Kana Hanazawa,
Yep.
which is a big reason as to why she is very, very, very expensive.
Very popular.
Okay, next we have Maiden. This is one of the most troll cards of the set. If you love griefing standby players, you will love this card. So this is a helmet. So a very standard effect that we see across a lot of sets. Sacrifice this, discard a card, salvage a character. But it also has the effect on play. You can choose one of your opponent's characters. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, the chosen character cannot move to other slots on stage. So if they stand by out some big thing to the back row, you make it get stuck in the back row.
Yeah, it's just Kana from Blue Archive.
Yep.
Yep.
And if you really, really, really want to mess with your opponent, you can use the helmet effect, sacrifice it, discard a card, get itself back, play it again, choose another one of your opponent's characters, and be like, you also can't move.
Yeah.
And you can just lock your opponent's entire board if you have the hand for it. You have another 2/2 standby target. It doesn't have a hand encore, but it's an 11k and no backups during this card battle. And this 3/2, which card was this again? This is
Rapunzel. It's like it has like the heal effect.
It's on attack, reveal top. If it's a Nikke character, you can pay 2 heal. Okay, so this card could potentially be used in like a standby deck too, because like standby decks, you can like bring this out and you could pay 2 every turn to heal every turn. But I feel like people would rather just bring out the Biscuit, because Biscuit can discard 1 to heal every turn on attack. And then this one also has on play from hand. You can pay 1 to summon any Nikke character with level equal or lower than your level from your waiting room.
Yeah, so it actually pluses you on the summon, and because it summons it out without paying the cost for it, if you summon out like a 3/2, she basically gets 2 characters out for just the price of 1. So
Well,
actually,
well, you still have to pay 1, so...
you pay 1, but you get the card for free, and you get to summon it also for free.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so like it's actually really strong, I think, but just...
I definitely think it could potentially be viable if you actually run this and Biscuit alongside each other.
Yeah.
Because Biscuit doesn't have an on-play effect. You could use this to summon Biscuit if he plays from hand.
Yeah.
You could use both of them to heal in tandem because one is using hand, the other's using stock.
Right.
So I think that could be a pretty cool combination, actually.
Yeah. I think it's good in standby decks, but it's a little bit too late. Like if this could come out at level 2, like from hand, then
Sure.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. Okay, so this is the Cocoa Maiden Valentine combo. So this is what? On attack, you just trigger twice. So it's extra stock. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when that's a throwback effect right there. When this becomes reversed, you can choose a card in your opponent's waiting room, put it on top of their deck. So this is an effect that we are familiar with from way back in Little Busters. That was the
Double rare.
Was that the only effect on the card?
No, it had to pay 1, kill a 0.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's a very, very old effect, and we are seeing it back here. Oh, Goddess of Victory. Hey, look, it's Wormhole. Bounce two of your opponent's front row characters. Wow.
Oh no.
I want to direct attack.
Oh.
Let me direct attack.
That would have been so good.
And also, if you just want to play around like defensive counters or things like that, just like see ya, goodbye.
That'd have been so good.
Okay, here we have Red Hood's event. Search your deck for Climax. Add it to your hand. Piercing Red Fang. So this one, it had an alternate art in the Climax Challenge version in JP. But I wonder if English will ever get that alternate art.
Oh, that was what that was?
Mm-hmm. It's this event.
Oh, it's this event.
But it's a different art. So yeah, I don't know if English is ever going to get that art. I'll throw up a picture of that art on screen if you guys are curious what we're talking about.
Yeah, I want that.
Golden. We have so many events in this pack. So what is this one? This is give a character unreversible, and it's a money counter at the same time. So, interesting card. I'm pretty sure back in like the good old days of us making custom sets for fun, I'm pretty sure one of our friends had this as a custom set, like as a card in their custom set,
really?
like literally like almost a decade.
Really?
Yeah, like this exact effect, unreversible
really? So
money counter.
Okay.
Actually, no. Theirs might have been money counter plus move my character. I think that's what theirs was.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, pretty interesting effect. Between this and the Modernia counter from the trial deck, you have two options for like anti-damage, high impact defensive counters that you can choose. Yeah. When this becomes reversed, if the top card of your deck is level 1 or higher, put this card in stock. Interesting.
Yeah. She's supposed to run herself in.
So this is the Modernia that you thought was the one that
and that one does check for a Marian. If hopefully we can pull the Marian so we can.
Oh, the level 0, right?
Yeah, talk about the. Basically, you can send the Marian from stage to waiting room to
make this come into play for free,
which is really nice.
So this card is what on play heal the bottom and on attack pay 3 ditch 2 burn 4. Okay. Yep. So if you bring her out for free, it's kind of like you did pay 1 ditch 3, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Ooh, our next double R is Privity. So this one is designed to be used in the Dorothy deck, but it can also be used in the Bunnies deck.
It can be used in any deck.
It can be used in any deck. It is definitely pushed more for those two decks, though.
Correct.
And 8-shot. It's pushed for 8-shot.
Yeah.
So this card, first of all, it is a free refresh on play. Free refresh. On play, if you have 6 or less deck, you just free refresh. And then if you have a Climax in your Climax area, this becomes a shot as well. So specifically with the Dorothy, this has really good synergy because Dorothy combo says all of your cards that have soul triggers gain shot. So if you have a bunch of Dorothys and you trigger Privity, it's like triple or even quadruple shot. Mm-hmm. So if they cancel the attack, burn 1, burn 1, burn 1, burn 1, potentially.
Right.
So Privity is definitely a card that you need to be running in that deck. And then the free refresh is also just like a really good effect to have anyway. And you don't particularly care about how big your free fresh cards are. You just care about the free fresh.
Correct.
2-1 Honest. We need to keep this on the side for
we can talk about that because that is standalone.
Oh, sure.
And then we will bring her out later if we...
Yeah. So on play, this gains 1,000 times the number of your Nikke characters. So if you have a full board, you can go up to 12k. And then when she reverses a battle opponent, you can pay 2, ditch 2, burn 5. So off finisher on a level 2.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting card. I see the card name is Class Clown, and then I see the Japanese name, and it's Mood Maker, and I'm just like, these are two very different descriptors. Like, I was like, Class Clown, that does not sound like what this character would be, and then I read the JP, and I'm like, interesting. Why couldn't they just call this Mood Maker? Like, they could have just, like, literally just taken the name, but, like, she's not like a she's not really like a Class Clown character, is she? Or is she?
She's kind of in between, I would say. So I would say neither of them are particularly inaccurate.
Is she kind of like a tease kind of character?
She's like a tease, or like I would say a Moonmaker character is like somebody who's like always energetic and like pretty like
Genki friendly.
Yeah, Genki friendly, but she's not. She's like more of
like tease Onesan kind of sort of thing.
Kind of. She's just really silly a lot of the times, like happy silly kind of character. So something in the middle would actually be where I would be putting her. So
okay,
I think it's okay.
All right, we'll leave that there.
Yep.
for our next level 0. So this is an on-death summon Ricky. And then on play Submarine, which is like if your opponent has exactly one character in their front row, and it is a cost 0 card, you just get to blow it off the face of the planet. Oh, actually, no, bottom deck it.
This one bottom? Yeah.
Yeah, bottom deck.
Sometimes it's bottom, sometimes it's waiting room. I wonder how they decide. Do they just like flip a coin?
Well, I think
it'll go to
I think bottom deck costs more power.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, because like I'm thinking about how the yellow Quince card, so it's 1500 power. It has on play send it to waiting room, and then it has on play on death draw. So the on play on death draw is minus 1000.
Yeah.
And then the kill is minus 500.
Oh, I see.
But if you look at like Takina from Lico Rico, so that's a climax swap. That's minus 500,
yeah.
and then on play submarine to bottom deck is minus 1000, right?
I see. Yeah.
Because isn't she's a submarine to bottom deck, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, keep going. Oh, this is just a refund backup. I didn't even know about this card.
Yeah, sugar.
I definitely would have taken note of this card if I had made the 8-choice deck, but you made the 8-choice deck, so like.
Yeah.
But I was looking for like red and blue cards primarily.
I see, yeah. Unfortunately, the H-choice deck doesn't really get to play it because Maxwell says you can't use backups.
True. Okay, level 3 Naga. So this is the one that goes with the Tia, and she has they have the double climax combo. This lets you shuffle back 2 cards from your waiting room into your deck. So shuffle 2 climaxes back into your deck.
Yeah,
basically.
probably.
Okay.
Leader.
This is another one of those like gold bar girls.
Yeah. So if you can see their group, it's called Talentum. So Nikke is their main trait. Everybody's a Nikke, and then from the right side, it's like their groups.
Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Kind of like how in like Blue Archive they had like all their
clubs.
Yeah. And this is like on attack, give all your characters the climax filter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pretty normal card that you see in gold bar and pants
and
decks.
also pumps power. Oh, we have soda.
Yeah. So this is on play. You can ditch a pants to top check 6, add a character. So it's like that one gold bar card from Azur Lane.
Yes.
But for pants.
Yeah.
And isn't 3K. That card was 3K
that card
for
was 3K
for well, not for fun. You needed 2 other characters.
Okay, but it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, Sin.
So this one?
No,
this one.
This one.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, this is Sin. Okay, so this is a card that definitely sees play in like the standby builds.
Yeah.
So Global 15, just like the other like what are they called again? The Sins?
Sinners?
The Sinners?
I forget.
So just like the other characters of that group, she has this downside of you need yellow, red, and blue in level in order to play her. But like imagine caring about that when you're going to standby this out. She's Global 15, and then she has an effect. At the start of your opponent's draw phase, you can pay 5 to choose one of their standing characters, rest it, and deal damage to them equal to that character's soul. Very, very interesting card. Can be used to get a little bit of extra ping damage on the end of your finisher turn to try to close out a game. And it's really good when you put into context that your rest counter doesn't cost stock. So you can pay 5 for this, and then if it doesn't manage to kill them, then you have the rest counter to still fall back on. And what else is really cool is that if your opponent has a character in like their back row or a character that lived that you really don't want them to be using that turn, then you rest it so they literally like can't do anything. So like I've had a game where I played against this and they rested my brainstorm when I was about to try to use it to get a card to win the game.
Oh wow.
And then I was just like, well, shoot, now what do I do?
That's rough.
Or I think I had another game where I had the Mio from CG where it's pay 2, rest this, ditch 1, search for a red and a blue. And then they read the card, and then they were like, yeah, that one. And I was like, no, I was literally about to search 2 pieces of my finisher.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was like super lame. So really, really cool card.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a on-play drop salvage, but also on-play top check 2 rearrange.
Yeah, so it's like the Katori from Data Life. I believe she has the exact same effects.
Yep, I think so. Yeah.
It's just a really strong combination of effects. I think in some sets it's way stronger than others, and I think in Data Life and this set it's like very high value.
Yeah, this has good synergy with the Modernia, allowing you to top check to see where your level 2 and highers are. That being said, this card does overlap with Scarlet a little bit, because if you like play Scarlet and then you use her effect, clock yourself top check 2 rearrange, and then it's like, well, if I play this, then I already know the top 2 cards in my deck.
Well, Scarlet is more for like the early game where you want to be clocking yourself a lot. This is definitely better later game. later in the game where you're not trying to clock yourself all the time.
I mean, like, I definitely had turns last night when I played Nikke where I literally just followed up a Scarlet with a Delta, and I was just like, well, half of this card is useless. So, but a very good card overall, and one of the best utility, just generic utility options that you could be running in Nikke.
Yeah.
Okay, here we have the memory kick counter, Dorothy.
Yeah, every time I play a Nikke deck, my conclusion after playing it is like, I should run more Deltas. Like, that's usually where I get to. This Neon is crazy.
Yeah, so this Neon is like helmet adjacent. So you discard a card and you put this card into your deck, and then you search your deck for a Nikke character. So instead of what was the other character's name? Maiden.
Maiden, yeah.
Unlike Maiden, where you sack her to waiting room, salvage from waiting room, this is sack her to deck, search from deck.
Yeah.
And the reason you want her in your deck is for her other effect. If you have a shot climax in the climax area, she gains a shot. Yeah. So you could run this in your shot decks to gain extra shot triggers, or you could run this in your Bunnies deck because Bunnies work with shot triggers as well, even though they're green cards.
Well, if you have a shot in play for the Bunnies deck.
Yeah. But they turn your climax in play into a shot.
Not the one in play.
No, it got clarified. It turns the one in play into a shot as well.
Is that an errata?
No, it was clarified in Q&A. So like it said, oh, actually it wasn't errata. So the card said all other zones.
Yeah.
And then people sent in Q&A. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah.
So
I'm just trying to find the errata.
So what happened first is people sent in questions asking if other zones means that the climax zone is excluded, and it is not excluded. It does count the one in the climax area, and then just to get people to stop sending in the Q&A, they errated the card to say all of your climaxes in all zones gain shot.
Okay.
For the 2-1. You're
Yeah,
talking about the 2-1, right?
Yeah, the 2-1. I think we have the old wording here, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we pull that out.
Okay, well, while you do that, here's the last of the... prison sinners, whatever. Also needs yellow, red, and blue. On play, you can heal one, and then if you have 4 or more other Nikke characters, you can heal to stock instead of waiting room. So this is something that we've seen on Saikano's Megumi level 3 and the Akihiko level 3 from Persona 3 Reload. And then on play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's level 1 or lower, put this card into your stock. So this card is just like a double healer, which is like, it's there, but there are other healers that you would probably rather be playing in the set, especially since you can only play this at level 3. And for our last foil, we have Haran. This is the 2/2.
Oh, the samurai target.
2/2 samurai target, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does have an errata. Okay, hopefully the English text is accurate. We'll see when we pull it.
Snow White. This is a pants support card. It lets you, when you trigger a pants, you can discard a pants to salvage one and give a character 1,000, and then it's level assist. Oh, Card Titan. We have Card Titan.
Oh
in
yeah,
this set.
Card Titan. Exactly, Card Titan.
Well, more specifically, it's
the
the
stock version.
Nanashi from
Seven
SCS. Yeah. Memory kick
Oh,
count.
Maxwell.
Yeah, so this is the
On
Death Kome
top 4 for a yellow climax.
for yellow climax.
So great for shot decks, great for choice decks.
And then, as you were saying earlier, makes it so that you can't play events or backups,
Yeah.
so it doesn't synergize well with which
Backups.
card were we saying? The shot or not the
1/1 trigger counter that has a soul trigger that you would be able to
Oh.
pick up with choice that you cannot play
Oh, yep.
if you have Maxwell on deck. Oh, that card is crazy. I think for choice decks specifically.
Okay, so I haven't taken a look at this one. Well, let's take a look at this. So this is. Did I put a? How did we get in? Did I pass a double rare somewhere? Oh, the Naga was a double rare. My B. I was like,
she's a double.
yeah, that's a. I think they're both double rares.
Oh my.
Okay. These two cards are not very great. So my B for forgetting that was a double rare.
That was a double rare.
Okay. Anyways, Aquamarine, or this is Helm.
Yeah, it's Helm.
And then Aquamarine's the name of the skin.
I think so.
Okay, so let's see. When this is placed on stage from hand, if you play her into a full board, you can stock one from waiting room. Cool. When this is placed on stage from hand, I see. Oh. Free climax swap.
4 choices. But
Has a soul trigger.
It has a soul trigger.
Uh-huh.
And importantly, even if you don't play it on a full board, it's just pay one, dish one kind of swap.
It's like a normal
It's just a normal
swap.
kind of swap.
Okay.
This card is so cool.
Okay.
It is so cool. I think the design is really nice.
This is pretty good.
I like it a lot, yeah.
Just having access to the
Yep.
climax swap via your soul trigger is really good.
Very
choice
strong,
there.
very strong.
I like that a lot. Okay, Naga. So this is a 6K Clock Encore. Normally not very notable, but this is one of the ways that if you want to play certain decks and you really want to go to level 3 to murder your opponent, you can play,
Oh, sure, yeah.
play this card. So I have definitely played that card.
Okay. Leader,
All right.
Wolf, game.
And for our final rare, we have Doggo.
Corny.
So this is a standby combo. Probably one of the most popular decks in Japan, but funnily enough, this card is not played at like a full 4 copies. Definitely not the star of the deck. So this one is no on-play effect. If you have 2 or more other Nikke characters, this becomes a 10-5 with Hand Encore. On attack, you can discard 1 to heal. So if you bring this out at level 2, you can just use this to heal down and stay at level 2 and be healthy into your level 3 game. And then Climax combo, on attack, you can pay 1, ditch 1, burn 4 with the standby. So pretty... I don't want to say like unassuming card because like it has a lot of stuff. It does a lot of stuff, but like I would say it's like definitely just like not the star of the show is like the way I would describe it, but a solid card.
I think it would be the star of the show in most other decks. I just think it isn't the star of the show in this deck because of the way the deck ends up playing, and I think that is due to a few cards that hopefully we'll be able to talk about if you pull them down the line.
Yeah,
But-
3/2 Alice is a card of all time. Anyways.
I'm like, if you don't have a good early play healer, of course you're gonna be using her, right?
Yeah. All right, so that's going to do it for our first box, and we will be right back with our second. All right, here we go, box number 2. So we did not pull an SP or higher from our first box, but surely this second box will have something cool. Maybe we can get a going first card to go with our going second card from the first box. And we did.
Oh, nice.
This is Tia Naga.
Yeah.
Nice. So who are your favorite designs or character? Like, who are just your favorites overall in Nikke for like whatever reason or another? Character, design, things like that.
Yeah. So when I was playing the game, I think I either re-rolled or I tried to get Leader, because Leader was like the best support in the game at the time, and then her character is also really funny because she's just like, she looks like a kid, but she's like the oldest character.
Oh, because we've never seen those before.
So I always get a kick out of it. I think it's pretty funny.
Okay.
But yeah, in terms of designs, I feel like we both discussed this. This is definitely not our cup of tea. I don't think there's any design particularly that I'm like
Oh, okay.
extremely excited about.
First foil, Senti. So this is on play, blink one of your opponent's characters, and on play, choose one of your other characters, gets 2k for the turn. That's a really nice art though, compared to like her normal art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so speaking of this card originally being a Kobayashi double R, when the Kobayashi one got revealed and I saw it was a double R, I was literally saying like this is going to be like, I don't think it's actually happened yet, but what I was saying was like at the time I was like, this is gonna be like in trial decks with another effect within like the next couple years or something like that.
And that happened in Uma.
Well, that's not a trial deck card.
Marzinski's a trial
Wait,
deck
is
card.
it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yellow trial deck card.
really? That
Yeah.
was trial deck?
Marzinski's trial deck. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I could have sworn that was not a trial deck card.
Really? Okay. I'm like pretty sure it was trial deck, but we will find out later.
Yeah.
Okay, another Viper. Yeah, I do think that some of the the characters are very funny. Like
Oh, yes. All right. This card is broken. All right, 3/2 Alice. So this is a 4 or more early play. On play, you can discard a Nikke character to heal the top card of your clock to hand. And then if all of your characters are Nikke trait, this is 10k and has cross turn on reverse top deck. This card is so rude. Like, Oh wow, nice hand encore you have there, and it's on the top of your deck, and now it's in damage. Like, and it's cross turn. It's like
Yeah, it's cross turn.
you crash into me with some like random garbage, and then it didn't have a soul trigger. I guess you're not triggering this next attack.
Yeah, like what in the world?
If we attack into this on your last attack, I guess that's the start of your next damage. Like, bro, this card is so ridiculous, man. Like, holy moly. And it's in red, which is like arguably the best color in the set.
So sometimes you can make that work against the Alice player, right? So like, for example, if you're playing a Nikke mirror and I play down a climax with a shop trigger, I crash a neon in, I top deck the neon.
Okay, I mean, it's optional. It's optional, so.
Oh, is it optional?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's still so strong that like they just get to like have that on 24/7. So rude.
If all of your characters are Nikke, ooh, I'm so scared of Data Live. Okay, our next double R, Anis, the Miron Killer. So, so this is a 1/0 choice combo. She says during your turn, if you have another Nikke character, she gets plus 3k, and during your turn, if the character across from her is blue, she gets plus 4,000 power. So going up to 3/5, 3k, 4k, 10/5. 10/5 before climax, if my math is correct. And then with climax, 11/5. Yeah, hello? What are we looking for?
Do you have the going second card that we pulled in our first box? Or is it? It's right
underneath. Here. Yeah, this one.
I wonder if the anti-blue is like, if she like hates water or something.
Oh, because she's like, I'm getting wet. I don't
Maybe.
know. Maybe.
I'm just trying to think, like, why would
she hate blue?
Why would she hate blue so much?
Maybe she doesn't like getting wet,
Maybe she doesn't like the water.
Okay, and then her climax combo with choice is at the beginning of Encore step. All right, here we go. Conditions. If you have the choice climax in the climax area, this card is in your front row, you have 2 more other Nikke characters, there's no character facing this card, or the character across from this card is reversed, you can search your deck for a character. Yep. So in the community, we typically call this a pseudo fever effect. There have been effects throughout Weiss Schwarz referred to by the keyword fever, where you need to kill your opponent's entire board. This one, you just need to like kill the one lane.
Yeah, or we say like single lane fever.
Single lane fever, pseudo fever, yeah. But yeah, she get big versus blue.
Oh, that's the last of the girls that required the.
Oh, we looked at this. I looked at this one earlier.
Oh, did?
Yeah, you were on your phone.
Oh, I was doing some research. Okay, but did we look at freaking Mr. Hero?
Oh no, we have not looked at this
Mr.
card.
Hero card.
Have we not pulled this card yet?
We have not.
Okay, so this card needs to be in your.
Well, it ideally starts in your back row.
It starts in your back row.
Ideally, it starts in your back row. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, and this card's effect is during that turn, this card is placed on stage from hand. When your character becomes reversed and you have 3 or more reversed characters, basically you need to crash your entire board.
Correct.
You can pay 4, discard 3 Nikke characters. Wait, no. Sack 3 Nikke characters. So you basically sack the 3 characters that got reversed.
Correct.
And then discard 4 cards.
Yes.
If you do, move this to an open slot in your front row, kill your opponent's entire board, and gain hero trait.
Yes.
So basically, your opponent leaves 1 empty lane and then this card does nothing.
Yes.
Because you can't get all of your lanes reversed if your opponent has 1 empty lane.
Right.
But very funny card.
Very, very cool. It's like very flavored because she dreams she wants to be the hero. So she's like coming in to save the day.
All right, and then for our third, maybe final double R, not sure yet, we have Blanc. So this one has a pairing with the Noir level 3. Should we probably just like put this aside until we pull the Noir? All right.
Or at least like pull it out from some other place to showcase it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still haven't pulled the level 2 Noir either.
We have not, yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't pulled the level 1 Blanc either.
Did we not?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
We have only duped in this box for rares.
Very impressive.
Here's the 2/2 assist that I don't think we've pulled yet.
Yeah.
As rest this, you can top check to the opponent's deck and rearrange them, which can be useful at times. Okay, bouncer. We're still duping.
Oh my.
Only 1 foil so far too, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm feeling it. Foil this pack.
Oh.
Nope.
Okay. Another dupe.
Hello. Foils, where are you?
New cards? Question mark? Oh man, it's crazy. We've already talked about all these cards, and there's so many more cards that.
Okay, foil triple R.
Ooh.
It is. This is the level 1 combo
ACG,
climax?
Yeah, this was the police girls.
Okay. Wait. So you're telling me this one's an uncommon,
Oh,
and the other one is a double rare. And the where's the other one? The double rares. Right? Sugary desserts.
Yeah.
This one's a double rare. My lord. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, dude. Oh, that's right. Tia's double rare is the Chiuri.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I forgot it was the same girl.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just know the Chiuri as this is the Chiuri.
Okay. True. All right. Still one more foil.
Not here. Well, this means we only got. This means we only got 3 double R's in this box, though.
Oh wow, yeah. The rare 3 double R box plus foil. That does mean that there could be an SP though.
Oh,
Wait.
there's no frame.
Is that a climax or a character?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
It's a character.
It's
right?
a character.
So it's an SP?
Oh my.
Wait.
Is this a secret plus or SSP? SSP?
Unlimited is.
It's Alice.
Is it Alice? Oh wait. Oh, this is the one where she's in the fields of grass, right?
Yeah. Is this an SSP or a secret plus?
I don't remember.
It's an SSP. Woo! This card looks nice. Woo.
That looks so good.
So we have our normal one, and we have our SSP Alice. Woo!
Wow.
See, this is just the Alice box, man. Dude,
That's true. That's
this
true.
card is so good. All right, yeah, so that's gonna be our last pack of the second box. We pulled the SSP. Hopefully, you guys have been watching up until this point, so you can see this pull.
Pretty crazy.
It's been a pretty long video, but it has all been worth it in the end to pull this SSP.
That looks so good.
Yeah. The thing about the SSPs though is that because they have like the faction name rather than like the SPs, which actually have the voice actress
VA
signatures,
signs? Yeah.
the SSPs do actually inherently like sell for less just because they are kind of like actually it's a combination of the fact that like they don't have the signatures, but also because you're expected to get an SSP in every single case, and then there's 3 SPs per case, right? But the number of total SPs ratio-wise to the SSPs is greater.
Right.
So
because there's fewer. Yeah.
it's actually harder to get a specific SP than it is to get a specific SSP. So these SSPs are actually a bit on the cheaper side. At least in JP they were.
Okay.
Maybe in English we might see a different trend arise, but yeah. But still an amazing pull nonetheless.
Yeah,
Definitely like peeking the bottom there, seeing the grass fields was like really nice.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we get to end off our opening with this Alice SSP. All right. So we're going to go ahead and clean up real quick, come back to you guys with the remaining double Rs. There are a lot of them still. And yeah, we'll just be right back with that.
Wait, what's underneath the Alice?
Oh yeah, what is right underneath? What is underneath the... Oh, no, it's just another one of that.
Oh. We keep duping. Why are there so many
Keep
dupes?
duping. All right, so we'll be right back with more double rares. Okay, so we're back with the remaining double Rs. So we pulled 6 out of the 12. So the ones that we did not pull are the Tia, Rupee, Noir, Red Hood, Scarlet Black Shadow, and Dorothy. So let's start up here with the Tia. So this is a Chiuri effect. So on death, you can discard 1 to top check 4, add a Nikke character from among them to your hand. Just a really nice way to get filtering and deck speed throughout the game, get unneeded cards out of your hand, dig through top 4. And then her downside is that she can't side attack, which it's not irrelevant, but it's just kind of there. Yeah. So very solid card. Just gives you extra like hand fix, deck speed. Overall solid card. Let's see. Next up in the greens we have the Rupee. So this one is the third of those 3 like gold bar characters. So with Dala and
Yan.
Yeah. So this is a Brainstorm. Pay 1, rest this. Brainstorm 4 for each gold bar climax revealed, you get to search for a Nikke character and give a character 1,000. And then she has a climax combo with gold bar, where when you play the climax combo, you reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a Nikke character, you put it into stock and then give a character 1,000. So, what are your thoughts on this card?
I think that by itself, it doesn't look very impressive. But what is impressive in Nikke is the amount of gold bar support. Like we already talked about the dollar, but we didn't talk about the An because we didn't.
Well, no, we did.
We talked about.
Yeah, it's like the on attack, give all your characters the like.
No, that's Yan.
Wait, what card were you talking about?
The An.
Oh, Anne? Oh, who's
Yeah.
Anne?
The fairy girl, the Christmas girl.
Oh, did we not pull that?
I don't think we pulled the Christmas An. So it's the one where if you attack and reveal a gold bar, then you get to salvage a card
Oh, for free.
for free.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think with a lot of the gold bar support in Nikke, then the rupee combo is a lot more impressive just because you get to run effectively like this combo plus the level 1 combo plus your Ans, also plus when you trigger gold bar, plus your dollars are also gold bar, so you're 12 gold bar.
Sure.
And like the whole deck is just like a boatload of synergy basically.
Okay, and then if you use Scarlet, you can top check 2 and rearrange, and you can know what your blind stock is, and you can know that you're triggering a gold bar, and like,
Yeah.
Okay, so, but apart from that, it is a search brainstorm, and we all know here on the Tressa's Collectibles channel that I personally am not a fan of search brainstorm, but it is what it is. So, up next we have Noir for our green cards. So we haven't talked about the Blanc yet, so we need to talk about both of these two at the same time with this card, this 2/1 Noir, and also we didn't pull a 1/0.
I guess 1/0 we can grab from there.
Okay, here let's just show off both.
Okay, sure.
Just show off both. We
The
can show off some booty. All right, so we have here the 1/0 combo and the 2/1 combo. You can see what like their normal arts look like in like the after image in the background.
right.
So like I think this Blanc outfit looks like quite nice.
Yeah, it's good.
So basically, these 4 cards encompass what is known as like the Bunnies package, right? This is probably like the most hype package for Nikke because of the damage potential that it offers. So where's a good place to start? I guess we should just start with the level 1 combo.
Sure, yeah.
So both the level 3 and level 1, they combo with the same gold bar climax. The level 1 says, during your turn, if you have 2 or more other Nikke characters, this gets plus 2,000 power, so it's just 6/5 without climax, 7/5 with. And then on attack, cigarettes combo, so you mill top 2, and then add up the levels of the 2 milled cards, salvage level X or lower. Just a very simple, like short and sweet combo. And then we move on to the level 3. This is where stuff gets spicy. So level 3 Blanc. Okay, so where were we? So we can talk about the 3/2 Blanc next. So the 3/2 Blanc says, if first of all, if you have the Noir on the board, she gets plus 2k. That's like the least important part about the card. The on-play effect, which I definitely have not forgotten to do, is you can draw up to 1 card, gain 2,000 power. I have definitely never forgotten to do that because I was too focused on the third effect,
Okay.
which is on play ditch 2, shuffle 3 cards back from your opponent's waiting room back into their deck. Really, really good for just getting your opponent uncompressed, trying to deal more damage, especially if they leave 1 card in deck at end of turn. It's like if they end turn 1 card in deck, no climaxes left, and it's like, wow, you're 0-1? Congrats, you're 0-4.
Yeah.
Anyways, eat this. So that's a good card, but you need it specifically for the 3/2 Noir. So both of these cards interact with shot climaxes in a very special way. The 3/2 Noir, she says on play, all your characters that are currently on stage get plus 1 soul. And then her climax combo with gold bar, same one as the level 1, says when you play the climax and you have the 3/2 Blanc on the board, when you play the climax, that is important. She gains the effect until end of turn. All of your shot climax, all your shot triggers deal 1 more damage than normal, plus 1 damage. So shots normally, when they cancel, you deal 1 damage. If you have like 1 Noir, it's suddenly 2 damage. If you have 2 Noirs, it's 3 damage per shot. And the 2/1, and then also she gives all of your characters on attack, you can top check 2, leave as many as you want, send the rest to waiting room. And so that's a great way to dig for triggers, dig for triggering climaxes. The 2/1 Noir is a front 15, just flat 15, pretty cool. And then she also says, if you have a gold bar in your climax area, then all of your climaxes everywhere gain shot triggers. So you can give your gold bars shots, you can give your standbys shots, you can give your shots. So yeah, so it's a really interesting combo. Typically what your end board is going to look like with this sort of deck is 1 Blanc, 2 Noir, 2 back row Noir. And this makes it so that any climax you trigger will have +2 shots, and your shots are doing +2 damage. So if you trigger a gold bar, it will do 3 damage with its shots. If you trigger an actual shot, it'll do 3 damage if they cancel the attack.
Yeah.
And because the Noir is giving everything plus soul, you are just pumping your entire board up to make it so that, like, if they don't cancel the attack, they're eating like a 5 or a 6 or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you can also synergize this with, as we said, if you play this with an actual shot deck, you could synergize this with cards like Neon, right? So Neon being a level 0 shot combo, or no, that's not the shot combo. So being a
kind of gets shot. If you have a shot in play.
And this gives it shot.
Noir gives your gold bar in play a shot trigger. Suddenly your Neon see the shot and say, I have a shot trigger now too.
Which means you can
and then
get
this
the
Noir
damage
says, oh,
boost.
you have a shot trigger? That shot's doing +2.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like communicating with each other.
Yeah. So that's a pretty cool deck type. And there's a lot of different ways you can play bunnies. So you can play it the 3 ways that we mentioned already. So like 8 gold bar, shot gold bar, standby gold bar. Those are like the main 3.
Yeah, the main 3, yeah.
And yeah, we might have one of those up on the channel soon. But yeah, so that's bunnies. A lot of people are really excited to try this out because the end game is so explosive.
It's very fun, for sure.
I will say, though, that if you don't have the full setup, it is so much work. You need to have, at minimum, you need to have Blanc, Noir, 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 Noir. And then for every piece you're missing, it gets, like, way worse.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. So we have, for red, we have Red Hood. So this is a tap self-salvage brainstorm. And her other effect is, on play, you can pay 1, ditch 1, and then depending on what level you're at, you do a different effect. So if you're at level 1, all your characters currently on stage get a soul. If you're level 2, you bounce a character on your opponent's stage back to their hand. And if you're level 3, you burn 50, and then you top check 4, add a Nikke character. Which can be pretty useful if your opponent is like 1 and 2 or like 1 and 3 for like at the end of a deck state, and you just want to get through that climax, get into the next deck, and then you can actually like start your actual finisher turn from that new deck state.
It's basically like pay 1, ditch 1, burn 1. Or burn 1,
burn
/2.
however many to get through the climax.
Yeah.
Like if you know you want to get through a climax at that point, then this is a good way to like get through the climax. That being said, I have had this used against me and I canceled on 14. So maybe he shouldn't have used it. Okay. Anyways, so you have used that level 1 mode sometimes as well, right?
Yeah, I actually think it's a pretty good mode early on. If you like the previous turn, if you trigger a climax on the first trigger, and now you're having a difficult time paying it out, and you haven't played Red Hood yet on the board, you can play her, use the on-play effect, and then brainstorm additionally, so that pays 2 stock towards paying out climaxes. Right. And usually the effect that you get alongside it is like kind of nice, right? Sometimes at level 2 you just bounce something you don't want to deal with, or at level 1 you just push some extra damage. It's not too bad.
Yeah. It's a little bit unfortunate that like you don't have the option to bounce anymore once you're at 3.
Oh, that'd be so good.
So like it's like, oh, I'm ready to do my finisher turn. I'm going to bounce your anti-burn you. Wait. And then it's like you realize you can't.
Yeah, you can. Oh well.
Okay, for blue we have Scarlet Black Shadow. So this is the previous form of Scarlet, right? Because she becomes the form with the
current.
hat.
Yeah. So like there's some of the forms are like the previous incarnations basically.
Yeah.
Like
So this is her. This is her like at the beginning. Then.
Yeah.
So on play, she's a climax swap from deck. So you pay 1 and you swap a climax in hand with 1 from your deck, as opposed to the level 0 climax swap, which is from waiting room. She also has a second effect. When this is sent from stage to waiting room and you have another Nikke character on stage, very important, don't forget that. You do need another character on stage in order to do this effect. As cost, you put a blue character from your waiting room to the bottom of the clock, which can be herself since she did just die. And then you look at up to top 2 cards of your deck, choose a level 1 or lower character from among them, add it to your hand, send the rest to waiting room. Unlike the level 0 Eins from Overlord or Nazarick, this does not add events, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I mean, like, the card is still really good overall. And then you also will want to be playing this at a lot of copies in the 2-1 Scarlet deck where you need this as a clock condition. But for most decks, just like general decks, you could play 1 or 2 copies of this and be totally fine. Finally, we have the Dorothy. So this is an on-play heal and then climax combo with Pants. When you play the climax, you pay 1 stock, gain 3k power until end of turn. You gain the effect where all of your cards with a soul trigger icon gain a shot. So this is another shot climax combo like the Bunnies. And then also she gains Crush. So on attack, you can look at up to top 2, pick a card from among them, put it on top of your deck, send the rest to waiting room. And so if you are stacking a lot of copies of Dorothy, then your cards with soul triggers are going to be gaining a lot of shot icons. So like triple Dorothy, you can gain triple shot on any card that has a soul trigger icon. What's up?
Oh, this works with Neon too.
Does it? Neon doesn't have a soul trigger.
But Neon gets a shot because this will give the gate climax in your climax zone shot. So your other cards with soul trigger and its trigger icon in all your zone get shot in the trigger.
Oh, she does.
Icon. So Neon will see the shot that you have in play on your gate, and even though she doesn't have a soul trigger, she will still get a shot.
All right, I need to add 2 copies of that to my Okay, but it also works with Privity. Privity being a... I mean, like, she just gains, like... I mean, it's just 1 shot, right? She'll just be one... If it's Neon will just be 1 shot.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Privity, though, because she has a soul trigger, she can gain a bunch of shots. So if you have Dorothy with Privity... And you have like triple Dorothy, and then you trigger this, they cancel, burn 1 4 times. Yeah. So that is like the wombo combo. So I'm pretty excited to try this deck out. All right. You have a small combo that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So then one of the last few combos we can talk about in this set are the rare Rarity combo that works with the Honest from the booster set and the TD Neon. And so this Rarity, when you play the climax, you can pay 1, ditch 1 to give your Anis and Neon, these specific characters, the ability when their damage is canceled, they can restand. And what I really like about this combo is that these 2 cards work standalone without the Rarity, but with the Rarity, their standalone effects suddenly have like interesting ways you can play with it, right? So the burn 5 from Anis usually is going to cancel, and it by herself, she's just like an aggressive tool at level 2. But with Rarity, she's like a finisher that will get an extra attack because the burn 5 is very likely to cancel. Or if they take the burn 5, they're probably going to cancel your attack. Or they just took like 7 damage straight, and then they probably have lost the game, right? And the thing with Neon is that the Neon on attack effect, because she mills the card on attack and burns equal to the level of the card. If she restands, she gets to do that again when she attacks. So you get double instances of it. And you also get double instances of her on attack, pay 1, discard a card to give herself plus power and plus soul, which normally you would only be able to use that once, and you just get the power and soul. But with Rarity, you can use it again if you want to like front attack, pay 1, ditch 1 for 4 damage, you cancel, you restand, and now you can either front for 4, front for 5, side for 1, side for 2.
Right.
Like you can do so much with the restand effect if you can.
And you can base that off the results of the second mill, because you put the second mill burn first.
Yeah, you can do that first. And then if you give the bounce back Rarity effect on her, then the mill can also be decided between 2 effects. So like basically with these 3 and the summer Rarity, your Neon is just like becomes this crazy, like she can do so much damage. We can fit so much damage into this deck. So it's really cool. I think this deck is really interesting. And I'm really excited to show it off later.
And the whole thing is like pretty cheap, right? You can do the whole thing with 6 starting stock.
Yeah.
Not
and
bad.
it doesn't have like any other like restrictions or anything. So you can run this with like 8 shot. You can run this with like Modernia level 1 with any. It like works with basically any combo. Yeah.
You want higher level concentrated stuff though.
Ideally,
for the Neon. Yeah.
And because it's a shot and play, then it also turns on like the Privities, the Neon shot triggers. Like you have this shell I think works with like the most things in the set overall, which it kind of makes sense. Because...
I mean, it's a lot less pushed than the other stuff.
Yeah.
In that, like some stuff like Modernia Dorothy is like really pushed. So
it's pushed, but then you're like limited into like what cards work with them. And then this is like very flexible, but obviously, the ceiling is a little lower.
Okay, now High rarity, baby. So we've already pulled our 3-2 Alice SSP, and we do have some more to show you guys. So we have here a 3-2 Rappy from the trial deck and a 3-2 Scarlet from the trial deck. And then I'm pretty sure the Scarlet is the only one of the 5 that does not have an alternate art from the trial deck. We also have for some...
Oh, wrong girl.
Wrong girl. All right, my bad. We have the Honest Secret Plus. So this one has like a neat border alongside the signature.
Wow, that looks so good.
For SPs, we have Scarlet Black Shadow. This one looks really, really good as well. We have Red Hood Brainstorm. We have Blanc and Noir, which have like a...
You can see the other in the background too. It's like really cool.
Oh, they're like back to back.
Yeah, they're back to back.
Okay, nice. I was gonna say like this isn't a joined art, but what is it? And then you pointed that out. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
With the poll that we're not going to talk about in between them.
Yep. Okay, we have Tia. We have Snow White, very cute character. Let's put that one right here. Marianne. This is the like previous form of Modernia. So yeah, you can't really tell. Like
Really?
I can't really tell. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I played the game, so like it was kind of obvious for me. But
Yeah, and then for a couple of the SSPs, we have Blanc with not quite a Weiss card, but like it's got the fleur-de-lis on it, yeah. And then we have the Tia, which is another alt art. So we have alt arts between the SP and the SSP as well. So really, really nice. Okay, and yeah, do you have any last notes to mention before we end off this video?
Yeah, I think Nikke is just a really cool set with a lot of neat effects. Like this opening video has gone on for like 2 hours. We're just talking about these effects that we've never seen before in Weiss. So really excited for the gameplay that we get to show off. And yeah, it's a really cool set. And yeah, excited to see what we can do with it.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, which is going to be our T++. This has been Randall, a.k.a. She's a Cats.
And Simu, also known as Chairman.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.